Moving on. It is 16 days to the Anambra governorship election, and obviously the political parties, or should we say, the candidates are already intensifying their campaigns, making sure they use the right words, saying the right things to appeal to the people of the state for votes. From the APC to ABGA to the PDP and all the other big players in the coming election, there are 37 of them actually. One thing is certain right now. They need the people more than the people need them, at least as it stands right now. It is a game of numbers. Then the electoral umpire was a big task of getting the numbers out right, free of manipulation. The security agencies and other stakeholders whose job is to ensure a peaceful atmosphere. And China's television and its partners have made it a call to engage the candidates to make them give account and their plans for the state by organizing a debate which will feature the leading candidates. Before now, we've brought some of the candidates on this program. Today, we have the candidate of the UPP, Osita Chidoka, in the Anambra governorship election. He joins us in our Abuja studio. But before we listen to him tonight, let's take a listen to one other candidate also who is also interested in the race. He's a candidate of the Young Democratic Party, Nonso Ozoemena. Take a listen to the reasons why he wants to run, the race in general, and what this means for the people of Anambra State.
Anambra State, as we all know, is the heartbeat of the southeastern part of the country. So whatever happens in Anambra, we have a cascade effect around the southeastern part. So it's very important that this election ends up with no much squabbles, ends up in peace and for the interest of Anambra people. So I think it's very fundamental that we get that into our head, that Anambra leads the states in Southeast, so there shouldn't be any issue of violence in Anambra. I think that's very pertinent for us to know. I must commend the leadership of Hanez Ndibo and the Southeast Governors Forum, and most especially the governor of Anambra State, for being politically mature enough to use dialogue to dislodge that insinuation of violence. And I think that's the key to what we are going to witness in Anambra, November 2018. I might not be a fan about certain things that happen, but the most important thing is dialogue. For me, dialogue is the best panacea to agitation. So I think we must commend our leaders in the Southeast by making the proper steps at the proper time to alleviate such breakdown of law and order. And as far as I'm concerned, November 18th election we hold, and you will be so surprised with the level of turnout that day. Candidates, I believe, will emerge on merit. Anambra State, generally, we are tired of Godfather. So any insinuation of Godfatherism attached to any candidate is dead on arrival. So our people has made up their mind. Godfatherism hasn't paid us, and we will staunchly resist that. So on November 18th, you will see a governor that will emerge based on his capacity, based on his leadership capital. The idea we have is that most of us, our confidence is at a very low level, and we are kicking against manipulation. Some people has been using the name of the president. President Muhammadu Buhari is someone I respect, my party respect, a lot of Nigerians, and even in that number respect him so much. We don't play with integrity. But some people, unfortunately, has been using his name, to say they will manipulate, they will rig election. And I want to sound it very clear. They should jettison that idea of rigging. I don't want to make a generic statement. I know some elements in the APC, are planning to hijack some platform and rig the election. And I didn't say APC as a national, but I say some elements. And they are boasting about it. They tell you face to face that we are going to rig the election. Basically, are they doing any much campaign on ground? The simple answer is no. So what is the plan B? Probably rigging. And that is why I said I cannot stand here to talk on behalf of INEC. I'm not their spokesperson, but they should be careful about Anambra State. There is a strong political will. They will conduct free, fair, credible election. And we have witnessed that in Nigeria. The president of Nigeria is a product of free, fair, credible election. The governor in Anambra State is a product of same. So I believe that at the national level, the president, his body language will be in total negation of the people on ground planning to rig. He's a man who respects so much. But the issue of rigging in Anambra State, please, for the sake of Ndibo, that should be jettisoned. The only thing Anambra State is reaping is security capital. Anambra State is one of the most secure states in the southern part of the country. And for me, that has been what has been driving the economic activities. You know, basically in Anambra, you will not be feeling the issue of economic recession, simply because people are secured. People abandoned Anambra before and left for Asaba and Lagos, but today people are back to town. So for me, we must give kudos to the government for the high level of security they have provided. And for me, that shows a high level of synergy between the sister security agencies. And we've been given an assurance by the security agencies that we have a level playing field. And that is why I'm still here advocating that they should stick to that. Any manipulation, believe me, will be resisted.